Hey, I think I'm live. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just hang on for a few minutes. I'm trying a new program here. I'm using Google Hangouts. Before I was using open source broadcasting, and I don't see room for comments on here. So I'm not sure if it's working. Ah, there we go. Okay. Hello, DJ Raiders. And hello, James. And hello, Edith. Gosh, I'm sorry we missed you in Dumaguete a while back. We just got back from Dumaguete this weekend. Oh, thank you. I'm learning all this stuff, and I had new windows, and so I had to. Um, I'm just learning this process. I've been using other broadcasting software, and it never works right. Hang on just a second. Let me get you guys some more light. Got to do this. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, Mike, welcome, and everybody. There's so many names over there now. The trip was great. It was wonderful. I did manage to have a nice visit with Bud Brown. My friend from Australia came in, and there's three other subscribers down there that I ran into that I know. Uh, oh, you were asking about the picture and the sound, James. I got me a. Oh, this is all delayed. I can't see what's going on, but I got me a new microphone. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I got a new microphone and I got a new camera. It's the Logitech C920 because I had the old one and it wasn't working very well. And I had some complaints on it. Hello, Ottawa, Canada, Mike. Is it? I bet it's still cold up there, or is it? I'm not sure. I had a friend that worked the uh, underground. Uh, he worked in the mines up there, and June's just I'm 16 from Scotland. Okay. Wow, everybody from around the world: Canada, Scotland, Boston, Ottawa. Yeah, Edith. When y'all could come up here next time, I guess we can try to meet you in Bacolod somewhere. Yeah, Edith, our trip was just really, really good. Oh, good, Mike. Yeah, I figured now just doing a time lapse here. This is getting into um, May, so you should have good weather. Yeah, James, I hope you get over here. This is a great place to be. And hello from New Zealand. I've got Ron. I've got another friend over there. I can't think of his name, but I helped him try to find a woman that he'd been communicating with for years, and she quit. She quit messaging, emailing him back. Actually, I think it was letters, and so he asked me to try to find her. So I did my community service act and to go make sure she was okay, and she had passed away. So, and I mean, she had passed away and was buried, and everything was okay, but he hadn't heard from her, and he was worried. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, when you upgrade and get newer technology, it helps. My old camera I was using on my microphone was the little. Let's see what it is here. Well, it was an old one anyway. I can't find it. Yeah, the pictures look better with the lighting better too. Throw a little more light on there. That should help too. James, this is a USB mic. Uh, it's pretty handy. You've got connections on here for the main type of power cord to amplifiers if you want. And then I can put in a set of headphones here so I can monitor the conversation. So it's a pretty handy little mic. It's one of the better rated mics for a cheap one. So if you've got some pro gear, you can just plug this in and hook it up with your mixers or whatever. Lyndon Price, hello from San Diego. I was the MCRD over there many years ago, 1970, 71. Ah, Carlos, you're down in my area, League City, for a few more days. Okay. I lived there for over 20 years, maybe more. I miss League City and some of my friends, but I think I'm enjoying my life here much more because I've got somebody and I don't have hard winters. Those are pretty hard winters for me now at my age. Oh, okay. I can't think of anything I need right now, Carlos. Thank you. I get a lot of stuff on Lazada. Yeah, Mike, it's been a test. I mean, a hassle. OBS software is open broadcast source software, and there are just tons and tons of settings. And if those settings just don't jive just right with YouTube, it's just not going to work. I like this. I like this view. I didn't think I was going to like it through Hangouts because I know some other people that are doing Hangouts, and it's not as clear as I would like. And so I'm thinking, well, they've got good gear, I think. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so. It would be a lot bit better. So I'll try this. If it didn't work, I was going to go back to try to figure out OBS again. Hey, Paul Price, my buddy, how are you doing, sir? The Price is Right e-store. Hello, Chris Smith, John Carpenter. Oh, I understand, John Carpenter. I understand you guys have got snow over there in Iloilo. Is that right? Not hardly, right? No spam on my channel here, Panoy Ahoy. Yeah, I missed it too. The last snow I had, the last snow I had was in 2004 in Lake City. 2004, yeah. Boston, Massachusetts. I think that's where old Ned's from. Where am I now? I was in Iloilo, uh, but I moved here over a year ago. Yeah, it's Mike. It's better weather here year round. It gets hot as heck last month and this month. Um, yeah, Mike. I moved here about a year, about November 2017, 16. I can't remember. The road trip. Where am I going to go next? I have no idea. Hey, Lefty, all around. Good day. I haven't ever chatted with you. Well, I haven't chatted before, hardly. Just testing. Want to thank you for the comments that you made on your channel, Lefty. I appreciate that a lot. I don't necessarily want to give out where, Mike. Maybe on a private email, I can talk to you about that more. The missus is in the other room. She's tired. She failed her. She failed her course that she's been taking, and she's been pretty depressed over that, pretty down about it. Um, and so she didn't sleep very well last night. She's in the other room. You guys all going to have to be patient with me. I'm trying to trying to be able to keep up with everybody. Uh, Hello, Steve, expat. Yeah, Edith, you can get a bus, a Cirrus bus from Dumaguete. It's about an 8 hour drive, and I think it's about 800 pesos, 600 to 800 pesos for a trip from Cebu to Dumaguete, or vice versa. Rose is real live. That's my honey. Where's she at? Oh, she just opened the door. Maybe it was. There you are. She just came in the door. I didn't see it. No, she's not going to be able to retest. So she's going to have to go re-enroll and go to school for 2 more years. Uh, Lefty, I don't. I've heard about those. I've seen those wrenches, but I'll try to keep everything in check. I had somebody just came on a channel and said that they wanted everybody to uh, go join their channel, and that's illegal. You can't do that. It's also unethical. Uh, so spamming my channel for that, so I have to delete it. Hey, Paul, thank you very much. It's slow. It's delayed. Hang on. Let me turn it around this way a little more. Rose just showed up. There you are. Yeah, Edith, there's a lot of places to stay. They got O Hotel. I think that's the name of it, isn't it? O Hotel, or 2 blocks over from the Grancy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, O Hotel down off Loxton Street. And then they got another one that I stayed at. I don't like them too much anymore. Uh, Kitchen and everything was, the kitchen was closed, out of stock on a lot of stuff, and they closed early. So I'd go over to this other hotel 2 blocks away so I could eat. So I decided that my next trip over to come see Rose, I would get a hotel over there. I got a hotel with a restaurant that's open all the time, so we went over there. Henrine Harris, thank you. I'm doing good. Learning this new chat business. You know what I need to do is I need to try to get this camera over here so I can, let me move this around a little bit so I'm looking more at the camera. This is all trial, guys. This is new business for me. I'd like to be able to look who I'm talking to, and this way I can look a little better at you here. No, I haven't been to Manuyoid. I don't know whether it is, Mike, but I've never been there. Let's try that now. Circle Inn was nice, yeah. And then there's some places over by what's that club area? There's some places near. There's some also some places near some entertainment. There's not much entertainment at that one hotel. Edith, I'm not going to say exactly, but we're we're south in the south end. How are the kids doing? They're doing good. The other one has turned out and sweetened up an awful lot when we took his computer away from him, and the other one's just getting bigger, bolder, and meaner. Not bad, but fun mean. He's getting pretty. He's a challenge, but he's a lot of fun. About an hour from Dumaguete, just passed by us. I guess that's where you live. Your girlfriend lives, Gun, Mike. Um, Maurice LeBlanc. Thank you. Yeah, it's. I'm trying to keep up with what everybody else is doing, so I thought I would try this. I'm going to make some changes next time, and so I don't have this dead delay. I've got about a 5 second delay. I'm going to change that later if I can figure out a way to do that. I don't like the delay because I feel like I'm looking at myself talking and I'm not getting the feel like I'm not keeping up. Health, Casino Man 59, thank you. Health, it's not good. I just have to pace myself. You'll see in the next video, not the one today, but the one will be online tomorrow, that I could walk 50 feet, 75 feet, maybe 100 feet. Then I'd have to stop and sit down. I just don't have any energy. And my hips, because I've been stuck up here. I guess Mr. Arthritis jumped in my hips a little bit, and so it makes my hips real sore. When I get out and walk for a while, like I have in the past, then it helps and it kind of loosens them up, kind of like old rusty screws. I feel okay. I feel okay. I have my good days, my bad days. I've got some medications right here by my computer. I got medications in her purse, medication in the car. So if I need something, I can take it. Uh, oh, Chris, I was a smoker 40 years ago, maybe 45 years ago or more. I only smoked for about 5 or 6 years. Uh, I can't do cost of living for me. I just don't keep up with everything. I know it's prices here are just getting way up and out of line. Uh, Little WD-40 for those hips, yeah. Uh, I have a Facebook, but I don't use it. I'm very, very private about that. I think you asked me about that a while back. But if you'll send me an email, Mike at myphilippinejourney.com, I'll try to get with you there. Yeah, back when I was dating, Facebook was a nightmare for me. I'm not dating now, so things have changed a little bit. Well, I still don't like it. It takes all your privacy. I put in Facebook on my phone for my Dumaguete trip, so I could contact my friends from Australia and everybody while I was gone on the road. And then when I got back home, soon as the first thing I did, or second thing I did, I had to pee first. Second thing I did was I went to my phone and took Facebook completely off my phone again, because it doesn't matter what you're doing, somebody's going to call and catch you in the wrong way, wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, okay, Edith. Uh, yeah, I didn't put any in notice. Noticed, Slim Jim. Good day to you too. Uh, TGI Fridays was one of my big accounts, and they had soft openings when they opened a restaurant, and so we don't. I didn't necessarily want to come in here and um, put out an announcement that I'm going live. So I'm going to keep giving this thing a try. If I like the looks on this now, so I may just stay with this instead of trying to do OBS, and then I might try to get out and do some more. I know I need to be on about 10 o'clock at night on Sunday. That would be late Saturday afternoon in the States, and I think I should do that.
James Marshall. Hendrix. Pinay woman
Some of them are. Some of them are great, like this one. But I'll tell you what, I'll just leave it at that. You just got to be real careful. Hope you get a good one. Yeah, I've been accused of out playing the field just to be playing the field, but I was serious looking for the right one, and it didn't happen yet. Uh, Chris Smith, uh, Travis and I are pretty good friends, but he went back to the States, and he said he was closing his channel down, but he didn't. He's still making videos over there, which is good. I'm proud of him. And yeah, Ricky or Henry, we're really close friends. I may be going over there to stay with him for a week in Vietnam. I need to do a visa run, and that, to me, that's looking more like where I'm going to go. Go back up here. Yeah, Paul, thank you very much for that donation. It's a big help. Are you talking about Travis or Henry? I don't. He just got with Henry. I mean, Henry just got a new girlfriend. She's beautiful and quite well off. She's got quite an entrepreneur, and she's done real well for herself. It must be Travis and yeah, okay, I understand that. Yeah, for the people that are living in America, just for me to go back and watch American expats in America, even with Filipinos living back over there with their husbands, they call themselves whatever they want to call themselves. But if they're living in America, it's not interesting to me at all because I lived there all my life. I'm interested in what pertains to the Philippines. So I pretty much don't visit those channels over there. And even Travis and I are friends. I still don't watch it because it doesn't pertain to me or us or our life here. Try to be a little bit practical at the same time. We've got people from all over, and I'm real proud of that.
I'm watching.
Well, Jack W., kind of going back to your question, can you do it? Can I do an update of cost of living? It's everything is just getting more expensive. Bag of rice went from 2,000 pesos to 2,500 pesos in one jump. Fuel jumped up about. I used to pay 46 for Shell Premium, and I just paid like 54, 55 pesos a liter for the lesser grade. So it's gone up about 8 or 9 pesos, 10 pesos maybe in the last year, maybe year and a half. It's and all the other prices are going up. The meats are going up. Internet's up. I went up to $18.99 for my internet from 1,600, but I got fiber optics now. Joe Blow, you must have a bad internet connection because I'm running 25, 28 Mbps upload, and I've got a state of the art computer I built. So you should. It's going to be on your end, unfortunately, and I'm sorry about that. No, Mike. No, I rent here. I'm never going to own. I don't want to own. Period. There's a whole lot of reasons for it, but I wouldn't own it if I owned it because it'd have to be in her name. So it's just not right. And let's say we have something wrong, the neighbors don't like you, or there's problems that are created, and you're under pressure every time you come home. You don't want to live there anymore. You can't do it if you own the property. You have to just walk away. And so I'd rather just rent. Um, Kuya Bud and Ate Gloria, they're doing fine. Actually, I was so honored and proud to see Bud. He looked fresh, like a breath of fresh air all over him. He didn't have any problems talking or the stuff like from that what might have been a stroke. He's doing really glad good, and I'm proud to see it. I got a little bit of a video of him. He didn't really want we didn't really want it to be a video about with each other, but I, I introed him in, and then I took another brief shot as he was leaving on the Mobile. So yeah, or the chariot. So yeah, it was a good trip. Okay,
Wayne Seymour.
Wayne Seymour for Molo Boulevard. How are you doing, sir? Think about you guys all the time over there. Hope your family's doing good. And the kids, I think I saw pictures of your kids, the daughter in some kind of beauty parade or something. And she looked so cute. Or maybe it was school. No, I probably gained some weight, Wayne. I'm at about 210 right now. I bounce between, if I'm in the hospital, I get down to 100. If I get out of the hospital, I go up to 110. No, 210. Casino man, yeah, I like the respect. There's a lot of respect here, but there's a lot of disrespect here too. It's just what's going on. You just got to know how to live with it. But yeah, the people here, the ones around you, they will um, uh, they'll take care of you. She's taking very good care of me. I'm glad to hear that, Wayne. I'm glad to hear that. Uh, I hope your water well system's still working out okay over there for you. How was your nap? Did you nap?
No, he's inside other in the
Kids?
other
Oh,
house.
the construction.
Yeah.
Thank you, Henry Harris. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, Henry.
Where?
Huh?
Henry
Yeah, Harris,
Harris.
Mr.
Yeah.
Harris.
Aruba. Ah. Yes, she cooks the good in you. And wait.
Yes, she's a
Yeah.
good cook. She knows how to cook my eggs. Yeah, they did, but you have to buy the groceries, which is quite all right. Yeah, I still got it. Jack W. It's downstairs. Uh, I've still got it. Oh, we take it out. I've got to take it in this month, next month, to get a registration and another emissions test. So we're going to go through that again next month. As far as her Rusi, she doesn't even mess with registration anymore. She drives it around the streets here.
My God, what course did she take?
Uh, Joe, I don't understand how that works. I find a lot of my settings in Facebook get changed without me knowing about it. I'm not sure about why Google's doing that to you or whatever. However, you're signed in. If you've got a Google account, a Gmail account, if you don't have it set up right, then it sometimes affects it. Sometimes I can't reply to a comment in YouTube because they don't because there's a setting that's not set right. Oh, good, Wayne. That's what it takes. I just had to put a new pump in this house last month or last year, late last year. Uh, Mike Gunn, what course did you take? That would be uh, education. Continue. It was education course to get her diploma, her high school, because she uh, didn't have get past grade 4, right?
It's high school. I never had did high school.
She never went to high school because she was living in the mountains and the family didn't have money to send them to school. So there was 12 of them in her family. So she stayed at home and worked with the family and helped them out.
But the problem is it's maybe my speed sheet, my this paper had a problem because I think that's the all messed up and the machine is not gonna read score what I have. So maybe that was it. I'm still waiting for the result or what they inform why I am not passing.
She's going to try to get over there and ask with them. No more biking, no Wayne. I still use it. We get out here and ride it in our subdivision, our neighborhood, our little city where we're at. But outside of that, no, it's just not safe for me. It fell over me once, me coming in the driveway, and I couldn't pick it up. Took two neighbors to help me get it picked up and into the garage. Yeah, it's probably YouTube or Google. If you got fiber on your end too, more than likely. Uh, okay. Hello, Ed Lippett. I think you're from Bacola too. I think. Good idea, Mike. Good comment there. When I hit the pump to fill the tanks, I have to watch the level to cut it off before it runs dry. Now, is that a water well or the city water? Because we have holding tanks for us, but we fill our tanks up because when the city's water runs out, then it'll work off the water we've already saved.
Introvert forever, Brady. Good afternoon. They're in the Philippines.
Good
Well,
afternoon.
good afternoon here.
Hello,
Here.
introvert forever, Freddie. What a name. You need to get out of your shell, buddy. Come on over to the Philippines. Hello, Verley. Hi to host and all. Okay, hello, welcome. Not like I should, Casino Man. Occasionally. Yeah, I had a mango in February, I think.
Yes,
Escalante. I think I know where that's over
it's north after
of San Carlos City.
after the Sagay.
Okay,
North.
yeah, that's right. That's all right. Yeah, I think you got Ed. I think y'all got a big sugar mill in the center of town there. I've been there. We've been there a couple of times. We had a medical mission there in San Carlos City, and we came through there. Strictly a water well, huh? I don't know. Maybe if it's the big enough one, you can get some people to get down in there and make it deeper. Dig for another water table.
Ryan Willis. Good morning from Moscow, Russia. Well, welcome live.
Brian Willis in Moscow. Wow. Tell Putin hello for us, would you? 48 watching. Wow. I don't know where this. Oh, I see it over here. 49 watching now. Wow. And this is just during. This is 12 o'clock noon here in the Philippines on a Tuesday. Kevin and Gemma. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm glad. I hope that went okay, Kevin. Did you guys go to Manila Heart Center, Philippine Heart Center? Well, if she had the same thing I had, it's going to be a slow. Uh, it's going to be a slow recovery. It's a year now for me. I had the surgery in June. This is May. It's been almost a year, perhaps 11 months, and I'm still not back all the way. But I do the best I can. Yeah, we were in Cadiz a while back. Uh, we also went up there for a festival. They had that annual festival up there. We didn't go up there for that, but we were just taking a bike ride. When we got there, they had the festival going on. It was kind of cool to get there at the same time. And one of my subscribers said, "Hey, Mike, I think that every time they know you're coming to town, they throw up a festival for you. It's kind of funny because we keep running into them accidentally. Casino man going to retire here in 2 years. Good for you.
Introvert forever Freddy. Sorry, haha, there's nothing I can do about it. I've been shy and quiet all my life. By the way, how is your heart?
Well, you're here, Freddie, so that's the important thing. And you're on my channel so making comments, so you're not that much of an introvert. Uh, I was a lot in Texas. I didn't get out and socialize. I didn't because at the time I didn't drink beer. Uh, I don't like football games or basketball games or sports in general, except golf. And so, as far as finding a dating partner or a partner period in the future, uh, the ladies in Texas didn't like that. So they wanted a guy to go out and drink and tailgate party and whatever. So it wasn't for me. So I'm glad I'm here.
Chris Smith,
My heart's
please
here.
say
It's
hi.
doing about 29 or less. Hey, DD1, thanks for the $20. You're a good man. We really appreciate you, and you know that. Man, that's awesome. $20. Wow.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
I know his name. I can't remember. It's my memory, but it's yeah. I've got emails from him. He's a pretty cool guy. He's ex doc policeman. Hello, Laura from France. Wow, from the Eiffel Tower.
We meet young people in the Mugiti from France, and they really enjoy the backpacker.
Yeah, James, the paint festival. You're right. Wow, this is awesome. You're a good man, DD1. We appreciate you a lot. 44 watching. I think that's a pretty good number. I think that's a lot. Although we're not used to doing this.
And the in States is still night
Yeah.
this time, but still the a week.
Well, DD1's in, I believe he's in California.
Simpson Welch, howdy from Georgia. Oh, welcome.
So it's 9 o'clock in LA, California, and New York is 12 in the morning, and Houston is 11 o'clock in the morning. Hello, Simpson. Welcome. Howdy from Georgia. I haven't been in Georgia, but thank you. Ah, oh yeah, you okay? You did, didn't you? Yeah, yeah. I know of a couple over there, Maurice. I don't chat with them. Um,
Maurice Leblanc. Do you know blogger from Bohol Island? Yeah, there are many.
yeah, I know two of them. I know several of them,
There are many.
but I don't chat with them over there. There's so many issues going on, so I just avoid it. So I don't I don't watch
Jim
them. It's okay.
James Linergan, 11 p.m. here in
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Edith, I've chatted with Steve. I don't know a while back, and he's I think he's still confused what he wants to do, whether he wants to stay in Arizona or whatever, and or Nevada, or does he want to come back to the Philippines? So I'm not sure. I think he took all of his channel down at one time, or hid all of his videos, and then he pulled them back up. I know he did on the wallets. He's got two channels, one for the wallets. But we chatted here a while back, and he was doing okay then. Okay, you're in Nevada. Okay, my old memory. I remember you made the move, but I Can't remember everything.
Jean Perry, hey Jean, can you recommend some good saltwater fishing
Jean
spot?
Pierre, are you talking about here in the Philippines, or are you talking about it in where? And I know a lot of them in the Gulf of Mexico, but not here.
Chris Smith, have you seen any snakes there where you are at? No, we don't. Ah, yeah,
Yeah, we
we got
did.
that.
Saw a big one. It was not too far from here. It was going across the road, and I warned somebody about it. Say, you guys need to look out. They said, oh, they killed him. He saw it dead a couple of blocks away.
Philippines.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know anything here. There's supposedly some places down in the little town south of Iloilo, uh, and on down south of Iloilo, all the way to the point. My poor old memory again, but I don't have the map with me. Uh, but down on the southern end, south, east, and southern end of Iloilo is a hot fishing spot for marlin, the billfish. And then there's a spot, uh, Surigao. Surigao is popular for sport fishing. I've tried it here. I've tried it around Guimaras and Iloilo, and it was nothing there.
Simpson Wills.
Oh, we don't talk about politics, Chris. That's totally off the records.
The Simpson. New here but planning to vacation in June 2020. I also have heart surgery back in 2009. Aorta replacement with
Aorta, yeah.
titanium type.
Wow, I hope you're okay now, Simpson.
Mount Monikir. Japan is going to change the whole world.
I know they're going to fund a big project here in the Philippines. Yeah,
Yes.
I never fished down in Corpus. Uh, Jean Pierre. I fished offshore at Freeport, Galveston, and to the east a little further. I used to run boats down in a big fishing boat, crew boats and work boats down in that area. I also did. I also worked for Whataburger centuries ago, and I was a supervisor in Austin. We go to Corpus to visit our corporate office down there, and that's the home office of Whataburger. Well, Simpson, are you going to make the 100 years?
Um,
No, I've never been to Baguio. I don't haven't had any reason to, and I prefer to avoid Mindanao. Is that the Baguio City in Mindanao or the one up in Manila?
in Manila.
In Manila, no, I've never been up there. Oh,
I'm
you're
at
doing better than me, Simpson. I'm at 29 or 28. Ron Entropy, watching you from NASA Road 1 at Webster. That's
Texas.
my home too, Ron. Uh, I used to I used to have a yacht brokerage company there at the NASA Road Hilton. Uh, they used to have a bulkhead and a marina in there, and I had a yacht broker and a brokerage in the front bottom offices. Uh, check out that old house party house right next to the Hilton, and ask somebody to tell you the history about it. And it was that guy that the multi-billionaire that Howard Hughes, used to live in a closet in that building. And go in there and ask him about it. It's they got an interesting story. He lived in the breaker room closet upstairs. There's a breaker box, and he used to live in that room because he was terrified. He's always terrified about surroundings. And some of the people there say there's ghosts in that building. But go over there, take a couple hours, go over there and chat with somebody and see if they'll give you a tour. Nice to see you running around about. And it's hot in South Texas. Yeah. Well, welcome to that squelching Texas heat. It's very, very, very hot there.
Mr. McMahon, hello from Atlanta. I was the ATL, the name of
Who
ATL.
knows? Atlanta? Probably
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah, Atlanta.
Hello there, Mike the man. Uh, yeah, Cayman Islands are good for blue marlin. Most of your islands are.
Chris meets a lot of people from different countries here in the States. Well, I'm not interesting there. If I want to, I would there. But
Hello from Minnesota. Hello, Minnesota. I was from Iowa, right up there in your neck of the wood. That's where I was born, and boy, it gets cold up there. It should be pretty warm for you guys now. It seems to be a lot of. You're right. Yeah, I noticed that. Well, supposedly, in some of the Google stuff I've done. Uh, okay, Jack W. Thanks a lot. See you later. One of the stats I do, I get a lot of stats on YouTube that I can check, and I've seen that I've been seen in over 170 countries. I didn't even know there were 170 countries in the world, but you can go to your stats and you can see how many visits you get from each different country. I was amazed I was getting so many views from Saudi Arabia, but it's OFWs. They want a little taste of home, so they go to my channel and they watch me from Saudi Arabia.
Simpson talks. I know I heard you say that hang in there. I'm gonna attempt a vacation there next year. Hope to stay a few months, so I hope to meet a lot of all bloggers then.
Okay. Well, I hope I'm still here when you get here. That could change in a heartbeat or a lack of a heartbeat. Look forward to meeting you.
We hope to see Doctor when see you, John. Ah, okay. So,
Yeah, our Jim U one. Our rainy season supposedly starts next month, but it is. Uh, we've had some rains. But actually, we left Friday to go to Dumaguete, and we were up in the mountains. And I looked back, and I told Rose that we're going to get a flood in Bacolod. And when we got down there, one of my friends had a girlfriend from up there meeting, and they said Bacolod just totally flooded while I was gone. So that was the day we needed to stay away. Oh, tell Rochelle hello for us. And yeah, you guys need to pay us a visit. We'd love to have you.
blurry.
Well, it appears to be a little blurry, but I don't think it's the camera because I've got autofocus on it. I think it's going to be Google Hangouts. So because once you go through Google Hangouts and all the servers, and then it all changes. uh, I'm not fond of. Excuse me. I'm not fond of most of the food here. I refuse to eat the fish because the waters are so contaminated and polluted. I just don't wouldn't eat one. Uh, I mean, some pancit canton, bihon, some of that kind of stuff. Yeah, chicken,
You like chicken adobo,
chicken adobo.
fry.
Yeah, so I'm getting by. And I have Kraft macaroni and cheese. I can buy it on Lazada here by the case. So it's one of my main meals. It's not real cheese, so that's better. You are both clear there? Okay. Yeah, I get a case of the macaroni and cheese. It's 18 boxes at a time. Uh, no, I didn't have any valve problems. Uh, it was it was plugged arteries. and she tried to break. They broke one through. They got one cleaned out. It was on my RCA, my right coronary artery, and she said that was the one that was killing you. And so we got a good stent in there. And then she tried the other one, which is the I don't know, the other one, and they couldn't break it. I was watching them, and they kept poking at it, and they couldn't get it free and clogged up. It was too calcified, so they didn't put a second one in. I thought they did. Okay, Mike Gunn, thank you. Yeah, this new microphone I got is the Logitech C920, and it's one of the best cameras you can buy. I've seen some very clear pictures. Uh, I may try testing this thing and putting it on. Just make go straight to make video here on the computer, and not even send it through the computers or the networks, and that'll give me a good idea the video quality that's going out. Paid how much for the case? $44 US for 18. That included shipping to the house. I get them out of Manila on Lazada. Yeah, but you got to find the cheddar. It's so expensive here, so we don't. Yeah, let me. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Yeah, cheese here is a block of American cheese that might be American, which is rare that it gets put into stock. Is like 4,000 pesos, like $80. And I used to get the same thing at Kroger for 20.
Did, Marshall, did you visit friends in Negros?
Well, not during my trip. I left here and went straight to Duma, and that's in Negros.
In Jean-Pierre, did you know
You're
how
right.
to ride motorcycle before you arrive in the Philippines? To the
Yeah, I did. I had bikes from since I was a kid, and uh, had them growing up. I rode some pretty big bikes too. I had the first Yamaha Electric Glide. Uh, Yamaha uh, drive shaft. Oh, this poor memory. It was the drive shaft. I think 1100.
David King, wow, how are you doing? I have been praying for you.
Thanks you, David. It worked. Prayers worked. Everybody that helped me out. It was a big help.
Drive you all around.
Uh,
What is the number one thing you miss about the States?
um, real good Tex-Mex Mexican food is, I would say, the most, and I miss it so bad. I made something pretty close, but it wasn't the same. You pay $5 for 12 boxes. That's pretty cheap, but you got to have the shipping on that. I guess you do a ballot buying. Because when I left, that stuff was the same boxes at Walmart were like $1.20, $1.30 each. Uh,
David King, be heading over there in August. It's a rainy day.
okay, well
Rainy season.
maybe we'll run into you.
Joe Blow, what do you miss of that?
That's going to be my food. I miss my food, and what I miss too is my music system. I had an incredible music system I designed and built, and I miss that. And but there's a point where you have to give up your toys and do a trade off uh, with that my lifestyle here. And actually, my music system here, I'd be thrown out of the neighborhood. Um, yeah, the SNR. Yeah, I used to get cheeses over there. I actually a couple of times. I got the bags of the cheese grated American and the other mixed up stuff, and it was great. But it's pretty expensive, several hundred pesos per bag. So I just have to be smart. I don't have the money to deal with. Have I dealt with Tampo yet? Oh, she says no. No, we've had some challenges.
It's a normal.
It's normal here. I'll say one thing about it. She doesn't lose her temper and then stay mad for a week. 10 minutes later, 10 minutes later, it's over. Sometimes a little longer.
It depends on the conflict.
Right. Uh, yeah, there's supposed to be an S&R going to be opened near the new Ayala Mall on the back road to the what's that road? Near Ayala Mall. The new one is just opened. They're $1.79 a box. Wow. I guess I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting for like buck buck 40 a box. I don't know.
I think you paid $102.
I don't know. I'm getting so many messages. I don't have time to figure everything now.
Democracy, doctor, if you like Washington, delicious apples in California, trips for example. If you could.
Simpson Welch, you just don't know. You just have to come over here and try it out and check it out. Things have changed a lot since the 80s in the Marine Corps, Subic Bay. A lot of it's for the good, a lot of it's not so good, but you have to come here and just check it out. It's the best way. Spice cumin, yes. I also have the cumin here. I buy it. I'm able to buy it here. So when I cook, which I haven't done in over a year, since I left Iloilo, I haven't cooked. Uh, I don't know if she puts it in the food. I don't taste it.
That
Cumin.
cumin.
Yeah, you don't use it anymore.
You don't like cumin.
I love it, but it's mostly for Mexican food. Actually, I use cumin on my cheeseburgers and my burgers I'd fry at home.
Yeah, yeah. Right, you can put all the food for cumin.
Jack Kane, if you know anything about decibels and SP levels, I can reach 115, 120 dBs with distortion, totally distortion free. Uh, and I'm not kidding. Uh, the system is massive. It's $100,000 system.
Jesus Christ, my king is 2,500 monthly pension.
Oh, we've got to keep going. You've got to go from up here and go down. Uh, yeah, it's much louder than the karaoke. And the bass, the subwoofer at 800 pounds, would rock and rattle and probably tear apart some of the houses around here. DD1, here you have to allow it, yeah, or you just stay single. That's just the way it is, part of the life here. And I had that in Texas with my American wife, so I didn't put up with it. I just go out in the shop and go to work, or go back to my office. I had an office outside my shop. Okay, you retired as an air conditioning contractor. Okay, did a lot of that, buddy. High temp, medium temp, low temp. Oh, okay, James. Oh, I don't drink milk anymore. I hadn't drank milk probably 5, 6, 8 years ago. 8 before I moved here. You drink? Yeah, I just quit. I lost a lot of weight. I was up like 230 or 240, and I went on a serious diet and lost it. And I don't think milk's as good as for you. Whole milk is just good for you as it's led on, but maybe it is. I don't know. 2,500 pension? Jesus Christ! I wish I had that. Oh, Jesus Christ, my King. Yeah, yeah. That's a tremendous amount of money to live here. Ah, Renaissance man. Greetings from Iloilo. How are you doing, sir? Good to hear from you.
He's military retired. That's why he got a big pension.
Yeah, yeah. I know, but I think when you get, I don't like being single. I don't like being without a partner. Some people do, some people don't. I just couldn't do it anymore, DD1. And temporarily, but I need or want somebody in my life all the time. Jesus Christ, my King, I tell you, I was came here with 800 and a month and living a little bit off of YouTube, not much, and I I was saving money. Believe it or not, I was saving money, be able to put a few bucks away. But I didn't have a car. I didn't have a. I wasn't spending money, go to expensive places, expensive food. I was pretty frugal, so actually every month after I left the original lady I moved here for and spending all that money on her house, I was able to start saving money again. Don't have much left, or I don't have much there, but I was able to save money because of the way I was living. No, Chris, they don't. The the littlest one, he likes it. But no, we don't. They don't. It's not like we don't share because I buy all the stuff here. But they don't necessarily like it. I got to back up. We get a lot of 53 on here now. Wow. I'm getting kind of uncaught up here. No, I've never eaten there, Jean Pierre. Um, San Antonio. I actually don't remember much about San Antonio. My uncle was a big shot there at the city hall, city engineering, but I only went there and played golf, and that was it later on in life. Well, did go down, did take a date. No, took my wife. My original wife took her to walk on the San Antonio River. Yeah, Welch will do. Oh, you're doing okay, David King. That's great. If somebody came on from San Diego, and told him I was in the Marine Corps in the 1970s to 71. Okay, Simpson Welch. Good night. Thanks for coming on the channel and chatting with us. I'm going to try to do that, or even more often. Oh, I messed up here.
DD1. Oh, I have a long time to Mike. There's no reason to marry him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to
we're
marry
not
him.
going to get married either. There's no need in it. Casino Man, yeah, thank you. I've been working out everything here with this microphone and trying to learn how to do everything. So it's taken a while to get it going and learn the software. So I'll be on more now that I can get it going. Yeah, Lefty Hangouts. I mean, a lot of my friends use it. Even Pizza Bill, his name Landhawk 59 is LAN, Local Area Network Bill 59 or Network 59. Uh, he's a techie and he has difficulties with OBS software. I think I could probably bypass Google, all this Google stuff, and go straight to broadcasting if I could get it to work, but that hasn't worked right yet. Oh yeah, thank you, Renaissance Man. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going over there in the mega world. The BI has moved over there now, so if I have to come over there for something that Bacola can't take care of, I'll have to go over there. I think it's across the street from the Richmond Hotel. Jesse here. I've been searching and searching and not going out of my way, but every time I go into a place that says Mexican food, then it it doesn't taste right. It doesn't taste good. My fifth wife. Wow. Some kind of record there, David King. Yeah, TRICARE, from what I understand, does work here. I think you have to go to Manila or the VA or something to get it to work. Chiang Mai or whatever that is, and um, Cebu may accept it. I don't know. You just have to find out, contact TRICARE, find out what hospitals are still authorized to work on TRICARE. Find out before you get here. Yeah, Van Turner, you can live real good on that. Be blessed if I had that kind of income. You don't want to be in on it? Okay, Mike Gunn, thank you. You have a great night, evening, wherever you're from. How fast my internet's fiber, BLDD fiber, and I'm running about. I'm paying for 20. I get been running about 25 to 28 Mbps. That's megabits, not megabytes. Well, Marshall Tito, I had problems with OBS. OBS is a open source broadcasting piece of software. So whenever you've got open source, that means it's free and everybody's contributing. So it's got to have balance. My last chat I used it for. Actually, it was my first one. Everything got blacked out. I couldn't see anything on the comments that were coming in unless I got right up next to the screen. So I had to just go ahead and shut down for the night. Yeah, Renaissance Man. Also, too, there was a bad rumor going around, and Steve Montelli, one of Steve Montelli's guys, made a comment that the BI wanted you to every time you go in to renew your visa extension, they want you to have a immigration ticket or a return flight or fly onward flight. So that was a bunch of joke because I don't think everybody that I've asked since then, they said no, you don't have to have it, and we didn't have to have it before. Right now, my expenses are about 1,200 a month, U.S. Okay, I'm getting kind of behind here. Uh, I'm not sure what MGI bill is. Oh, I guess that's some kind of medical. Hello, Bob Cooper. Yeah, I've used my electrician skills here. Uh, Actually, did some major work on the main breaker panel here, and tweaked up some shorts and replaced some outlets here. And then my first place I moved to, my lady friend in Elo, did a lot of work on her house. Set plugs way out in her garage and installed pumps and submersive pumps, busted out the concrete and put pumps in for her to draw the water out so the house didn't flood, and did a lot of wiring on the inside. So yeah, I've used it. So shipping all my tools here was a good thing. Uh, we have, I don't get up, but we have a lot of LED lights. Who's this? Jean Pierre, we have a lot of LED rechargeable lights um, that work real good. And well, she's got one that's even solar, so she sets it out every couple of days and charges it, and we use that. That I've got uh, rechargeable fan up here. I did a video about that quite a while back, and so it's a fan LED light combination. Brownouts here only usually last an hour these days. Uh, Now, if you got an all-day brownout, you'll find out, okay, you getting a brownout. So most of us will go to the malls if we want and hang out at the malls. They're running, they got full generators. DD1, I agree with you. First off, I couldn't afford to support. I don't meet the minimum requirements in America to take a partner back, a wife, partner, whatever, and um, and I mean, even though it'd be great, she could get her green card and have benefits. We'd have to live there for 2 to 5 years so she could be eligible for my Social Security. But we just don't. We're just not interested in going back. She's not interested in going, and I'm not interested in going back at all. Larry D, I don't talk about subjects like that on here. Period. I just don't. That's not what my channel's about. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to remove that one. I'm sorry. My Bob, it's still not good, but it's stable, and I can stand up and get up now. I mean, there was a period there for the first 6 8 months that she would have to help me get up and help me put my clothes on, tie my shoes, socks, and now I'm doing everything on my own. It's just I'm still just very slow and very winded. DD1, we don't talk about them. Um, I know more about him than I care to talk to disclose. The new name, new file. I'm gonna have to delete that, but it just new names. He's got new names. He's going by now, so nobody will know. So, what do you have on your wish list that is number one? Haven't really thought about that. Pretty lucky to have gotten through everything so far. I just wish that I'm able to maintain and be able to be here long enough for the children and for Rose. Uh, if that's the best I can ask for, and I'm blessed to have it. All my subscribers came to the bat and helped me with my surgery, and that's something nobody planned on, and I'm completely honored and blessed that everybody helped me. So I guess 6 months ago, the number one thing would have been help me get my heart repaired, and it came true. Yeah, Wayne, that's part of it. But then you've got to have quality food too. You got to have quality beef if you want something in beef, and it's hard to get good quality beef unless you pay a lot of money for it. And it probably is going to be beef that comes here from Australia. Yeah, Paul, you're right. You're right. Okay, Paul, thank you so much. Real honored to have you come on today. Uh, I'm proud you made it on my first live chat that went well. And see you next time. I'm not sure when it'll be, but I'm gonna try to get on here more often now that I know how. That's the word on the street. But Pizza Bill just went over there. Landhawk 59 went over there. I haven't talked to him since. I haven't been over there in his part of town. But I need to go over there. I've got a sub that wants me to meet me there this week, so I'll talk to him. But he went there and he didn't make any mention. He actually talked about that from the BI. He was going in the BI and then he came out of the BI. Not a word was mentioned about that. That means that you have to buy an onward ticket every time you get your visa extended. That's not right. I don't see that happening, but it could be. I mean, that turns out to be extremely expensive visa renewal every year. Yeah, well, that's just the word on the street. So I find I don't really believe that. I hope that's not true. Well, I'm getting quite a few comments here. I'm going to have to start skipping some of these comments. 86 proof of onward entry, not for extension. That's what I thought, and I don't think that's changed. The rumors on the streets are just that. That's like Steve Montelli. They had somebody come on his channel and was talking about that. What is positive? If you get a good lady, you'll find out what's positive about it. The negatives are just the tempos, but they get right over it. That's part of the culture, and you've got to learn to accept it if you want a relationship. There are a couple that I've talked to that haven't had it. Yeah, DD1, huge property crime here. As you know, I've been hit. Thanks. Uh, Renaissance man, the thing about that though is you set your rules and your boundaries before you go on anymore. If you can't do that and you can't stick to your boundaries, yeah, you're going to lose everything. I have my boundaries and I stick with them. I have to. Yeah, welcome aboard, Gabapentin Thief. What a name. That's unusual. Yeah, hi. That's about time. Oh, hello, Rob. Okay, you're Robert. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that. I mean, I enjoy acting with my subscribers, and I guess some of those who are not subscribers. Jean Pierre, you got to know where to shop. Like these shirts I have here, these are, whoops, these are little, these are large. I got them in what we call a ukai store, which is a resale shop. And because you don't go to big malls like SM City and try to buy T-shirts because I'm a big man, so my shirts, all their shirts, they're X, double, triple size, are just all too small. So you have to get somebody to bring you some clothes, and or you'll have to go to the used clothing shops. And I got these, and they're like brand new. I got 6 of them for 3 of them for 100 pesos. So, excuse me, I got a total of 9 shirts. And then shorts. Merle found my shorts in the city. She went in the city and found them in the same kind of store. Um, what happened here? Yeah, but that lefty, that's normal. That's everybody just asks you that. That's just part of the customs. Somebody in the family wants them to lend money. Tell them no. Period. You have to figure out a good way to do that. I mean, you just can't be rude, but you've got to set your boundaries and live with them. Yeah, DD1. I had that when I first moved here, and I couldn't take any of it. I just couldn't take it at all. Hello, Stephen Valder. Welcome. Lefty all around. Yeah, DD1's a cool guy. Yeah, he's been my buddy for years and years and years. He's pretty cool, and he calls a duck a duck. He's pretty honest. Okay, introvert Freddy, is that a ukai ukai? Is that a name brand? I mean, is that like a real? Is that like Shell or Exxon, or is it ukai ukai is a used clothing store like the Goodwill? Because where I would probably buy this in America would be at Goodwill. Good morning in Malta. Hello, Englishman. Oh, it's true. You know that. DD1. 45. 9. This is interesting. I have to look around my camera there. Make sure I didn't get anybody missed here. Did I skip yours, Benton Thief? I don't think I did. Do you need a vehicle in the Philippines? That just depends on your lifestyle. So many people don't. I needed one because it's part of my retirement, and I wanted to travel the Philippines. I couldn't do that on a bus. I did once, but not the way I want to travel. Uh, Send me an email. I think you have my email, Renaissance Man. We'll get together on that. Uh, yeah, we could meet at SM Mall. Hello, DJ TV. Yeah, I remember you. And you've always been there. Yeah, you've been there for many years. Thank you so much for watching so long. Uh, yeah, Van, you're right. A motorcycle's good, uh, but you fall on it one time and you could die. That's the downside. Like Larry, the guy with our medical mission manners. That's such a loss. And that was about the same time I decided not to ride anymore. I was with David. I was with Marine Corps. I never graduated boot camp. There were some issues there. They changed my MOS, and that was the beginning of a big problem. So I got out with honorable conditions and went on my way. Yeah, people can get around anywhere. DD1 uh, is usually safer, even though there's a lot of bus accidents. The buses and tricycles and taxis. Now, when I was in Iloilo, I was pretty much in central Iloilo in a place called Haro, and taxis were fine for me. I could I could go in. A taxi was 100 peso to anywhere I wanted to go in Iloilo. That's like 250, I think. Yeah, $2, a little more. Chris, I tried to get shirts for me. Are you talking about sewing them? Uh, then what kind of material would you be getting? And then no, I don't know. I know it's easier. I can get it if I can get this one for 30 pesos. I know I thunder. Then I know I can't get one made for 30 pesos. Uh, like I said, 300 pesos. I got nine shirts, and they got a little writing on them too here, so that helps. Hello, Ronella, Daryl. Yeah, Van, of course you can. But that's not near as much as not near the risk as on a two-wheel motorcycle than a four-wheel car. Yep, cross the street, get a jeepney. So you too, Wayne. That's okay. Okay, rent and or electricity. My electricity is right now running 7,000 pesos a month, 7.5. My rent's 15, 13. And when I was in Iloilo, my rent was 8, and my electricity was still 7. I think the meters are rigged because I know I didn't use that much electricity in a small one-bedroom apartment that I had partitioned off. I had it partitioned off from the front, so with plywood, so it would keep it wouldn't cool the whole place unless I wanted it to. Then I would open up the door and set up a fan there. No, I don't raise chickens. That It may sound like it, but everybody else here's got chickens, but I don't. No, Larry, I'm not going to tolerate it. I just delete. I'm going to go ahead and delete this comment. I mean, I'll let you stay, but I just don't want that kind of comment on my channel because all you're doing is stir. All it does is stir up trouble. Sorry. Wow, you're paying a lot of money there, 22,000 a month. Yeah, he died. Yeah, I have a couple of actually. If you go to my medical mission matters, I mean, if you go to my channel and look on, I've got him probably in listed in there in one of my libraries in the medical mission matters library when he died. He was killed by a motorcycle. That's by a tricycle in broad daylight. He was kind of north and east of Baratoc Nuevo. Broad daylight, sunny, good weather, but a tricycle driver with a pregnant lady who he was rushing to the hospital. Well, he hit Larry trying to get this woman to the hospital, knocked him over, and killed him. I've got a couple of really good videos up there, and I made a real heartfelt um, uh, video for him in his remembrance. I got in a bit later. Are you doing this live stream from Bacolod? DJ TV. DD1, I'm paying about the same amount for electricity here as I was paying for my house in Houston, in League City. Uh, Dollar for dollar, it's about the same amount of money, even though the rates are a little higher here. 110, $120 a month, U.S. Yeah, Sonny, welcome. Yeah, we had a terrific visit. Yeah, we had so much to talk about. It was getting dark, and he had to go on. We could have talked on for 3 days, but Bud's a fine man. Um, and I was so busy. I'm sorry I didn't call you. I had a friend from Australia. That's actually why I rushed down there, and then I had two other expats that came here to Wacola and took my whole family out for lunch, and they were there. He came driving by with his nephew in the afternoon, and then he said that I've invited him to come over at 9 o'clock. They did, and then another subscriber walked up. He's from Idaho, tapped me on the shoulder, and then when the first two left, he joined our table. So it was all around a pretty good night. It's kind of funny. While his girlfriend was on the other side of the table talking to Rose, his other girlfriend came up and they started to get into a fight, and she threw beer all over me, and I jumped up. It's a shame I didn't have all that on tape. That was pretty exciting. Oh, I covered it, Larry. There's several videos in there. You need to look for them. That tribute to Larry was awesome. Oh, she might be back with us here.
I'm doing laundry.
You're doing laundry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Larry D, no, just depends which one you get. Just the one you get. It depends what it is, V. Welcome. Yeah, anything outside of Manila. Uh, Anytime you get into the city, the rents near the city are usually cheaper. But
Would you like water?
yeah, sounds good. Thank you. You're sweet. Can I ask you a serious question? Something important, of course. I was pretty. I was pretty. Uh, I was pretty happy with the rent that I was paying in Iloilo at 8,000 pesos. Two bedroom been 12,000. So I was pretty happy with that. Um, oh, thank you for the water.
Walang ano man.
Hmm? Oh, she's working on the refrigerator now. Trying to keep up with everything here. This is pretty good. We got Rose's original refrigerator, about 10 years old, and she got it with her former husband who passed away, and it still works good. It's an old LG, I think, and I had a brand new one I bought in Iloilo, frost free. This one's frost free too, but it hasn't been defrosted. Not all of them are 100% frost free. So well, not this one. So she's cleaning out today.
Went somewhere for how many days, so it's not
Been used, yeah.
So that's why it's nice. But I think I defrost this once a year only.
Once a year, okay.
Yeah.
Then we moved. Then we moved this refrigerator upstairs here, and that way we've got cold water and groceries up here, and we can cook in our bedrooms bathroom got a long counter on it, so we've got microwave food storage. And we keep a lot of our foods up here, and then take them downstairs as they need them. And then downstairs they've got a lot of foods down there. But that's pretty convenient. It adds up a little more on the bill, electric bill, but two refrigerators, two-story house, running this unit 24 hours a day is not too bad. 7,000. Before, uh, when it wasn't quite so hot, they're running about 5,000. So I'm happy with that. Um, in my first video, I got some complaints about the microphone was picking up. Like my little one I had up here was complaining about the noise from the air conditioner. Now this is a special microphone here. It's supposed to be somewhat directional. So the sound's supposed to go into here and not so much into the side. So I'm wondering if you guys can, one of y'all or a couple of y'all can tell me how much, if any, noise you're getting. Can you hear the air conditioner okay? Okay, good, good. Thanks, Chris. I'm going to get up here closer just to test it, and that way I can play it back later and see what it sounds like if I get up close. They have those little filters up here that um, have pop filters, so it's gonna be interesting. I haven't ever heard this thing, but for now I'll leave it here. Yeah, Renaissance man, that's for the rich people. I don't have the money. There's another one that's a good one too. A lot of noise. A lot of noise, David. Okay, sorry. Okay, thanks, David. Oh, it is. It's good. Okay, thanks. I sound like Elvis. Well, we were together once in 1977, but maybe it rubbed off on me. Who knows? You know, I'm really surprised. I'm looking at 47 people watching right now, which I'm pretty proud of. And I was online a Sunday night, and I was talking the first night I accidentally was able to get on, and it was like about the same amount, 50, 48, and I was real proud of that. You're right, Renaissance man. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Augie family, and welcome to my channel. You're right. OFWs work there, and locals don't work. There's a lot of them that do work, but a lot of locals don't work if they've got other family members that are sending a check home. Why should they work? They can just spend their sister's money. Okay, thanks, Wayne. Yeah, before, let me get that. What's this one here?
You're looking.
Sorry about that. Yeah, before I had this little camera here, and I think in the bottom is the microphone, but this thing picked up noise from everything. and I did a lot of searching, and I got this Logitech for about $44. I think that's what it was. This one here, I think I must have paid $15 for, and I bought it maybe from Fry's Electronics uh, in America, and back when I was dating. Okay, David King, thank you very much for coming aboard. Appreciate you a lot, and you have a good night. Okay, Van Turner, you take care and enjoy your red pony. Okay, Wayne, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I love you. Love you. Yeah, Langford's, is that, if that's the one beside? Yeah, yeah, I've been there. Uh, I almost got that. I didn't like it. I'll just tell you, I didn't like it. The Germans were very nice. There's a couple of Brits in there that were very nice, but there was a lot of arrogant Americans in there. And I went over there with a friend, and we sat down, and then we went in there and sat down, and there was almost a fight at our table. The guy was going to beat up my friend. He had done something to him, or he was spreading rumors, I guess, from what the story goes, and he almost got tore up pretty good. And the last couple of times, I've only been there, I think, 3 times, just for very, very brief, and I wasn't impressed with it at all. So I no, I'm not going to be around a bunch of drunks that want to fight, and um, it's reminded me of the low end Texas bar fights and bar rooms, and I just don't want to be around that. There's at Langford's, yeah, next to SM City. That could be that could be my heart there, DJ TV. It's on high speed right now. The American Club is no longer invited. Is that the truth? Well, if so, I can understand. I met not too many of the American over there that I care for. Most that I met, to be honest with you, were womanizers and married at the same time. They have their sweetie at home, and they got their sweeties in the hotels. Well, where do the Renaissance man? Where do they meet up? If do the Americans have a place now that they go? Do they meet up at all? We have a couple of places. I actually meet up with at Landhawks every couple of weeks. Nothing set up for a permanent, but I meet with him every couple of weeks with a few others. Oh, there's a lot to do, Renaissance man. I guess if you were a YouTube vlogger, you would know. I always find something to do, something to get into. I used to do a lot of walking. I'd leave my house in Haro, near Haro Plaza, and walk all the way to the city and back. Don't even take my motorcycle. I enjoyed that. Uh, but there was just a lot for me to do there. I mean, had a lot of friends, the Filipinos and Filipinos, and I was involved a lot with Medical Mission Matters, helping Larry and the children, and his cause. So I didn't have a lot of spare time, but I had a lot of fun. Really, that's amazing. I'm the only one you know. Well, if you go to the malls in there and you try to say hello to an American or a foreigner, they won't acknowledge you. Usually, they'll just kind of pretend they didn't hear you. Yeah, Henry's got Ronell Henry and I chatted the other day, and I've seen a couple of his videos. He's doing very well. He's got a very beautiful Vietnamese wife or girlfriend. She's very, very well off. She's very successful, and she does. She has her own businesses, plural. So she's doing very well. And Henry's in like heaven now. He's real happy. Barvaria Bar in Iloilo? No, no, I didn't. Never heard of it before. Hey, Boy Mouth Hunter, thank you. Appreciate that, sir. Wayne, you're right. There's major adjustments. I gave up an awful lot to come here. Two homes and everything I had, and sold my business, and I, it was. I got here, and when I got to the airport in Iloilo City from Manila, we boarded a private van. There was a private, they call that a taxi or something, picked us up and took us to a little resort hotel in downtown Iloilo. And I'll tell you what, that was a scary experience for me and a shock. Um, it was just, I flew in around December 18th, and I had no idea about anything here. And there was all the white shirts walking around the parking lots and carrying guns and shotguns, and thinking, what are we in, a war zone? And then I thought I heard rifle fire from the terrorist and the PNP, and I jumped under the bed and hid underneath the bed, and guys were staring at me, and I didn't actually do that. I wanted to. I thought about it, but it was actually firecrackers because it was close to Christmas. Uh, it's just scary as it could be for me. And I stayed hunkered down in the hotel for a week before I was, whatever you want to call it, brave enough or whatever to get up and go to her house. No, we took my two suitcases and a taxi and went to her house. Uh, and that's when the culture shock really hit. Oh, Wayne, that's kind of you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. This city, Iloilo City, as far as I can tell you. Um, it's just so many reasons. The traffic, I mean, I hear it's gotten a little more congested this last year, but you can get around. It's not like this place. Everything is in the middle of the town. Everything is dead center of the town. You want auto parts, you want malls, you want specialty parts, you want hardware, you want electronics, if you want anything you want, you got to come down to the center of town and get it. And to do that is just a nightmare. And as far as going outside, most everything is sugarcane fields. And I'm not really interested in looking at sugar canes. And I don't know what else to say. And just there's not for me. There's not much to do here at all. Iloilo, I can sneak out and go a whole bunch of different ways. Anywhere I want to go around the corners. I know all the shortcuts. Go to the port, go down, have lunch on the port. Just I just know everything there. I love it there. I'm hoping I can get her to go there. Go there with me next year if they go up on the rent too much. Yeah, your Renaissance. You're right. Uh, Lots of good eating places, lots of good shopping, not congested, spread out. A lot of yeah. It's very nice. Yeah, that's right, Renaissance man. You got Iloilo is got international airport. You can fly out of Iloilo Airport, and that'll cost you 300 or 350 pesos for a trip from the airport into the city, or from the city to the airport. You just have to tell the taxi cab drivers that you've got a fixed rate of 350 pesos to get to the airport with Light of Glory taxi, and you're good to go. You're right, Ronell. When I was there with my heart trouble, my heart operation, when there was a friend, a subscriber friend, hired somebody before I got here to meet me and pick me up at the airport and take me over to the Philippine Heart Center. And when I got out of surgery and I was through, and he knew when I was leaving, he called. He called his friend again and had him pick me up at the hospital and brought me back to the airport. So I'm blessed I didn't have to deal with an illegal taxi or a scammer or have any kind of problems. I was just honored that Steve Cuvette, my subscriber that helped pay for the barbed wire around this house after the robbery here. So he uh, he had that waiting for me, and it was wonderful. But the traffic was bad. I don't know how people drive and maneuver without any more wrecks. There's a lot of wrecks. I mean, a lot of fast drivers, and kind of like it's an amplifier of what's going on in Bacola, but it's twice as fast there. If you guys probably can or cannot see it, I don't know, but a little hair on my face. Rose suggested that I grow a beard. I'm probably not going to like it, but I'll whack it off if I don't like it. I had a beard when I was uh, driving a boat. I was boat captain for years and working, run the big offshore boats, oil boats to the platforms and stand by and oil field pipe and drilling mud and fluids and stuff. And I had a beard out there, but I needed it, and it helped keep me warm, keep my face warm. But I don't need a warm face here in the Philippines, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for sure. Yeah, Wayne, you're right. Now, if you're like, I won't mention any names, a couple of people that come here and you go down to Manila, they go to Manila and, and they find excuse me, they find an economy hotel in downtown near the LA bar, I guess is what it's called, and then you can go out from there to different bars and different places. Uh, then you don't need a car. You can just get yourself a taxi and go back to the airport or wherever you need to go. Well, this has worked out real good. My I've got to look at this video on when I get it out. I'm hoping it'll be a little clear. For me, it looks blurry. Still working on this mic, this placement for everything. Yeah, you're right, Wayne. Not that many. Not we have a lot of them here. We have a lot of them here uh, on the main road. Oh yeah, just make sure, Jesus Christ, my King. If just make sure that you've got some kind of insurance program and or a lot of money put away uh, when you come here. It'd be for medical reasons. You just make sure you're covered. I didn't bring any. I couldn't afford any. I couldn't afford any in America, and I decided to go. Uh, I, I feel like that. Feel like that everything would have worked out okay one way or another. So I'm here, and I was going to retire at 65. I could have gotten another 300 a month more, maybe 350 or more in my Social Security pension, but I'd have to work till 65 or maybe 66. But I took it at 62, even though I retired a year earlier. I got here it's when I was 61. And those few years from 61 to 65 were probably 5 years of the best time I've had in my entire life. I mean, this place is just so wonderful. So I don't regret anything. It's a shame I had the heart attack. But if I would have stayed in America and worked till I was 66, 65, 66, those years, those 5 years, those 4 years wouldn't have happened. I would have been working and working and working, and then I would have ended up in the hospital with all the heart trouble, and then I couldn't do anything. So I would never have been here. I would have never enjoyed myself. I would not have been able to help so many people and do so many things people as like I did once I got here. So I'm blessed to have those years. No blurry at all. Okay, Ronell. I'll play it back. I mean, when you do this live, it may be a lot clearer. I mean, I'll play it back, and I appreciate that. Uh, Going to Iloilo, I would recommend the 21 restaurant downtown. Uh, uh, can't remember the name of it. My memory's just horrible, guys. Uptown Center, Century 21. I don't know. It's down in the heart of Iloilo. Uh, I'm hearing thunder, and that's such a wonderful sound. We're so dry here. Renaissance Man, if you will go, Renaissance Man, if you will go to my library in my channel, uh, you can see where Wayne is, where he lives. You can see we met. I have videos, and it's called Molo Boulevard. I helped rebuild that village when it burned down, uh, like 55 homes. One portion of the village. There's like 7,800 people in there. But I helped rebuild many of those homes in there, provided so many building materials. And so I made some videos about it. And the first introduction video is when I met Wayne. So you can see Wayne in my videos, and then you can see the boulevard because we walked together going down in there. You can see some of the houses, and then you'll see what happens because I've got them all in one library. I've got them already in one file, one location, so you can learn about him and see what it's like in there, and maybe he can invite you. Wayne's a cool guy, and his wife's Lolo is wonderful. Thank you, Hugh. I just don't have any sunglasses at all. Never used them. Um, but ZZ Top's great. Yeah, if you want to party, Hotel 21 is good. There's the Houston Business Hotel right there in the heart of Smallville. No, you can't have a business here unless you Filipino owns it. Um, and you got to be careful. There was an American that was thrown in jail in uh, Boracay because he was running a resort there. No matter, I don't know whose name it was in, but he was on the front desk when he was arrested because he was running it. And he was known as running it. So you got to be careful. You can't own or run a business here, and you've got to have. You can't do it without a work permit if you're working for it. So you got to be careful. You're in Santa Barbara Heights. Wow, that's a long way, Renaissance man. I didn't know you were that far out. Yeah, Wayne, we got, like I said earlier, we got we left on last Friday and headed for Dumaguete. And when we got in the mountains, we could see the rain clouds, and I knew that uh, Wacola got flooded. And sure enough, one of the girlfriends of the guy said, "Oh, but poor Pagola, they got flooded Friday." But that doesn't take much to do here in the Philippines. Well, yeah, but you got to, Renaissance man, you got to deal with it. Um, you can't give it all up. You can't give. I mean, the only way to get away from it is get out in the province. Oh, I guess that's why you're living where you live. Okay, okay, I understand. But there's no stopping them from having chickens. If your neighbors want chickens, you're still going to have to listen to it. Now they put in two chickens, two roosters, and a couple of hens downstairs out our back window, and they're very very loud. They're very very loud, and sometimes it scares me when I'm in the CR. Uh, and it's quiet, and then all of a sudden he takes off. I go, "Oh, what was that? It was that stupid rooster." And it sounds like he's inside the bathroom. And several people across the street have got them, and they go off at 4 in the morning. uh, hey, thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, we're pretty tight, man. We've been together for quite a while. Hello, Bonzo. Yeah, Lawrence, I'm not invisible anymore. I came back. Thanks, Rich D. Yeah, it's good to still be here. Every morning when I wake up, I'm honored and I feel honored and blessed. I have to run my aircon some because of my health, because it's just right now in April and May, the two hottest months. This is what we call our summer. So I have to run them, and I don't have a choice. Um, I actually have two units here. I've got one downstairs, and I've got one upstairs in a window here. And should this one quit, I can just take one out of the box downstairs and put it in this window, slide it in, and leave the box because they're two identical units. So I don't have to go a night without aircon. I can't live without it at night. And since my heart condition, I certainly don't want to try. Hey, Renaissance man, thank you. I'm liking it. I think I'm going to like it. I like getting out and doing the road trips, but this is a nice fill-in if I can do enough of these for you guys, because I do like the what do you call it, I do like getting out doing things, and I like the communication with all my subscribers. Yeah, Renaissance man, you're right. It is. Oh, thank you, Joe Blow. I see that. Actually, 35 now. Um, it's good and it's bad, Renaissance man. It's great, except for the misinformation and for the people that want to slander and hurt others. Um, I've been through a lot with that already. Now it's raining. Oh, I don't know who that guy is down in Davao. I'm gonna look at the rain out here. Give y'all a rain shot. This is my view from my bedroom, my little office up here. Yeah, you're right. There is a lot. Jesus Christ, my King. There's more than that. It's just pure hatred. Uh, Bottom line. But let's don't even talk that anymore. I don't want to get into it. Right here. Oh, he's not in Davao. He's in. I know who you're talking about. That's Tom and Ruth. Yeah. In Iloilo. Probably the new doctor's hospital down on the river. Tom and Ruth's Adventures. Yeah, that's him. Um, there's several good hospitals there, but a hospital can only be as good as its doctors. Um, there's a couple in there. Can't remember their names. I got the doctor's hospitals where I went. I had some surgery before I moved here, not related to the heart, and they were terrific. And then I had, but I didn't have anything major like a heart work, although I did, but I didn't get any kind of treatment there. The treatment costs were too expensive. They wanted, like, just as a guess, 16,000 for just something minor, and if I needed stents, it would have been a lot more, 16,000 US dollars. So I ended up in Philippine Heart Center, and I got my stent and all the work done, and then ended up in the hospital with in uh, Lady of Mercy here when I got back because of pneumonia. It was about 21 to 23,000 just for the hospitals themselves and everything. Then every month I've still got the medicine bills. WallMed, yeah, there you go, Renaissance man. Oh, you could hear the rain, Wayne. Okay. Yep. A lot of the people in Bohol don't even have internet. All they got is like a Wi-Fi device, and they have to go get a SIM card and get it reloaded or something. I'm not sure how they do that, but and then on the SIM card, you get tunneled down once you reach your 1 gigabyte or 2 gigabytes. then your speed slows way, way, way down. I don't think they have. I don't know. They may have fiber. I'm on fiber optics. Best website to talk to Filipinos. If you use Pina Love, many of them are there just for using foreigners. Tagged is another one, just using foreigners. There's more people on have learned how to use foreigners and might have 5 boyfriends and you'll never know it. Yeah, Paul, you're right. I'd avoid the dating websites. I was on all of them, and I wanted somebody, and I was lonely, and I didn't think with the right tools, so I wouldn't do that today. Somebody flew you to Texas for one day and flew you back the next day and gave you $1,000. What would you bring back on the plane? The money. That's the best I could say it. I don't need anything else there. Okay, yeah, pretty good sound on that rain. And when it happens at night, I just sleep so good. Very good, Renaissance man. I like your comment there, but I won't make any comments with the cough cough. I gave him some advice, Wayne. Just stay off the dating websites. Because if you find one so pretty and um, you check a little bit of the history, and if you cross examine them or whatever, and I knew that I was probably making a mistake on the last two for different reasons, and I'm not disappointed or unhappy with either of them. So whatever happened is probably my fault because I knew better, but I didn't. But the best thing is to get out and look. Yeah, yeah, Renaissance man, that'd be better. As you know, my channel is free from all that. I keep it that way, uh, and it works out so much better. I don't want any of that stuff. Not who I am. You have a postpaid SIM. Is that a smart or a globe? I'd be willing to bet it's a globe. When I traveled doing my tours, and I was making videos while I traveled, I always used a globe SIM card as my SIM number one in my phone. Used my smart card for SIM number two, and then would always use my phone as a hotspot for my laptop and upload videos at night while I'm sleeping. It was slow, and I made the video in low resolution so I could post at night. Next morning, I'd wake up and the video was posted. So that works out real well. but they overcharged me, so you got to watch it. They overcharged me like 5,000 pesos. I turned one of their cards off, and then they cancel my account. 5 months later, I get a bill for, well, 4 or 3 months later, I got a bill and a threat from its, uh, 3 months later for 5,000 pesos. And I had to pay it because I had to leave the country on a visa run. And if they would have filed anything, then I would have got caught, and they wouldn't have given me a visa run until I paid up. Whether I'm right or I'm wrong, I'd still have to pay up. You're right, Wayne. Come here with a good attitude, you can make it. Uh, I I had to get I had to learn. Not going to say the hard way because I didn't get in any trouble. I got real close. Had a couple skirmishes on the motorcycle, and I almost pulled a taxi driver out of the car. Uh, right there in no, in La Paz Plaza, and we were screaming and hollering, and I was honking my horn and threatening to drive through his car. And finally, I said it's not worth it, and I left. I went around his car, went around the plaza, and as I was driving off, they had 3 or 4 PN or yeah, the PMP, the police were running down to that intersection to see what was going on, and I could hear that taxi cab driver still screaming, even when I got around the other side of the plaza. He was mad and scared. That wouldn't accomplish anything. So you got to leave your temper at home, and just accept it. It's just part of it. People cutting in line, that's part of it. You just and you can control that, but you need to learn how. There's a certain way of you cutting in line too, with respect. It's not something you can be taught in school. You just have to do it. Wow, 2 hours. That's hard to believe. It can be. It can be. Uh, it's what you make of it. It's really what you make of it. It's a crazy place, but it's a great place. All in the same package. It all comes with the package. I don't have radar guns. I don't have police hiding under the trees where I can't see them catch me on a California stop. I don't have a cop rolling up behind me looking at my license plate and seeing if my insurance is up to date, if I got any outstanding warrants. I had no problems, but it's just always living in fear there. Are they cops or the criminals? Are they come busting your door down? Uh, the police will a lot of times, sometimes will come in and bust your door down and say, "Whoops, we got the wrong house. We're looking for your neighbor." Or the uh, the snatch and grab guys come break your door down to rob you at night. Um, and it's just a dangerous place to live, much more dangerous than here outside the drug war. Stay out, you stay clean, don't do drugs, you won't have any problem. Yeah, Ryan, you're right. Whatever your program is. I just use Smart, and actually, with my Smart, I just put my second, second 300 uh, peso load in the phone for my trip to go to Dumaguete. And that's just with Smart only. And I got that 250 mega load. And the good thing about that is I could use it while I got some extra data left over. But since I got out of the hospital last June, I had it in my phone at the hospital. But then when at the end of the hospital stay, it was over, and I didn't need it anymore because Rose has got 2 phones, and I don't communicate with anybody really, especially since Larry died. Wayne, you said it right. You said it right.